Hello guys, so today I'm going to make a Mediterranean inspired meal. It's quick, it's easy and it is relatively healthy and it's not vegan. As you can tell, there's turkey there. But if you are not a vegan and you'd like to know how I've done it, then keep watching. I will be voicing over a little bit of this video, so some of it will be in sync and some of it will be out of sync, so bear with me. So this is my beloved mortar and pestle, and in there I have a concoction of spices that I'm going to put on my meat. So in here I have turmeric, I have whole black peppercorns, I have garlic powder, and I have a little bit of salt. Yes, fresh garlic is much better, but I could not face peeling one, so we are using garlic powder today. Okay, so to that I'm going to add some chopped red onions, and I've grated a little bit of ginger here, so I'm going to put a little bit of that in. Not a lot, and I'm going to put maybe about a quarter of lime juice in there. I'm going to save the rest of this lime for garnishing later. The last thing I'm going to add is half a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. So making sure your hands are clean, you just want to get in there and massage the meat thoroughly. Make sure all the seasonings is covering all of the meat. This is turkey diced up, so if you know turkey, you know that it needs every bit of seasoning it can get. It's actually even good if you can marinate the meat for maybe an hour or two beforehand, but I'm cooking this now, so we'll go through with it. But it's really nice to marinate this meat because, you know, it does take a lot of seasoning to make turkey taste good. Now, because turkey is such a dry meat, I am going to cook it twice. So I'm going to cook it in this smaller dish and cover it up first, just to let it steam through and cook from the inside out. Now I preheated the oven. I'm just going to cover up my turkey, and I'm going to do it like this because I want all of the moisture to stay in. And yes, it does take longer to cook this way, but I prefer it because you keep all of the moisture in, and when you slow cook something, you know that it retains all the moisture and it's just a little bit more juicy and it doesn't get dry. So that's that done in the oven. And I'm not worried about it because it's covered with foil, and I've cranked the heat up, but there's no way it can burn because the foil is protecting it. I'm going to make a quick dip. Mediterraneans use it a lot. They use yogurt, and because I am a fiend for mayo, this is like the best thing because it's a healthier alternative. Well, kind of, if you're not a vegan, it's a healthier alternative, and it's really simple to make. So all I've done is put some fat-free natural yogurt, fresh mint, which is a great flavour, and you'll see it in a lot of Mediterranean cooking. It's used quite a bit. So I'm going to chop up a bit of mint. You don't want too much because it is quite a strong flavour, and if your mint is really fresh, it'll be really minty. Chuck it in, and I am going to take the juice from a lemon. I'm using half, and then a little bit of salt, a little bit of black pepper, cork pip in it. Just because I'm all about colours, I'm going to tip a little bit of what's left in my mortar and pestle, however you pronounce that. I've got some turmeric left in there. I'm just going to put a little bit in there because it gives it a nice colour. And it's that simple. That is it. So I'm going to use that later to garnish. So next I'm going to make a quick garnish for my salad, which is really quick and easy as well. I'm just going to get 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil, about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, black pepper, again I'm obsessed, salt, but not too much, remember, because we've got quite a lot of salt in the meal. And then I'm going to use some beautiful sesame seeds, just because they make everything look pretty. They're really good toasted, but I can't be asked. So we're just going to have that as it is. A tiny dollop of maple syrup. Now this is organic maple syrup and it's really, really good for you, so don't worry. Now I have some tarragon vinegar here, so I'm going to put a little tiny bit of that in. A couple swigs, and then that's done. So that is what it should look like. So now to make the salad, for me salads are about using whatever's going off in your fridge. So I had some green beans and some sugar snaps that were kind of going. So I've just literally shallow fried them in some coconut oil for literally about 2 minutes. I like them to stay crunchy and I don't chop them, but I like them like this, and I like when they get a little bit brown on the edges and stuff. So you can turn that off. That's ready to go in. I've already got in there some chopped cherry tomatoes and some black olives, which are my favourite. I like the green ones as well, but the black ones have a better flavour, I think. Here I've got some romaine lettuce because I hate iceberg lettuce. I think it's gross. Spring onions. I'm going to put that in. And the love of my life, spinach. I like to put these in whole. I don't chop them because I think the leaf looks pretty as it is. Mix it around. I'll use my hands, why not? Mix it. The green beans and the sugar snaps are ever so slightly cooked, but they're still crunchy, so that's what I like. Okay, so I decided there wasn't enough colour, and I love colour because it makes it more appealing to eat. So I added some red onions, some more tomatoes, and I added some more cucumbers. I don't know why I've lost my words today. For some reason my words are not coming out. Anyway, the turkey's still cooking away. So in the meantime we've made a salad, we have made a yogurt dip, and we have made a salad dressing. This can also go in the fridge now. Now, I've covered it up, so I'm not expecting it to be fully cooked now. But it is definitely getting there. You steam it a bit so it cooks from the inside out, and that way it retains moisture. I'm going to put it underneath the grill now, and underneath the grill it will literally take about 10 minutes to cook, if that. So you can see it's kind of like half cooked, half not cooked, but it's really tender and no moisture has been lost. I'm going to transfer this meat now into a large metal dish, like this one, just because we can spread it out and we can turn it over quickly and it can cook in minutes basically. I'm just going to put it back into the oven. I'm going to change my setting to the grill, and I'm going to turn it up. It can burn because remember it's not covered by anything, so just keep an eye on it, and then every couple of minutes you just turn the meat over when you're seeing that it's starting to get cooked. Obviously you can't smell this, but it smells absolutely amazing. The meat's almost finished. The last thing I'm going to do is I have got some tortilla wraps, and I've cut them in half. Well, I've ripped them in half and I've placed them on a metal tray. Now all I'm going to do is toast them. So I'm going to put that at the top of the grill for literally for like a minute or two, and I'm going to take my meat out because that's pretty much done. So my meat is done. The danger about doing meat like this is that you can overcook it. If the meat looks dry or crispy on the outside, then you've dried out the meat. Mine looks perfect and succulent and tender. You could actually skip the steaming stage, but I suggest you don't, because what would happen if you did it underneath the grill, sometimes the outside is nice and cooked and the inside isn't, and you don't want that. I've got my lime. I'm just going to garnish with a bit of that. You can squeeze them out and then just drop them wherever. Put in for a few seconds and they're kind of toasting up nicely. So I'm just going to bring the ones from the bottom to the top, turn them over to make sure we get both sides and pop it back in the oven. While that's happening, we can get out our lovely salad. Beautiful. We can pop that next to our meat. Got our yogurt mint dip, which I'm going to add to the table. My wraps are nice and crispy, so I'm going to add those to the table now as well. Then we're ready to eat. So dinner is pretty much ready to be served. I am having some green juice with my dinner, and this is basically spinach, kale, apple and pear. I've also got our lovely vinaigrette here that I'm going to pour all over the salad. And then that's it.
Muchacho, oye tumbador, tumba, tumba la tumba, tumba la tumbadora, tumba, tumba la tumba.
Dinner is done and it went down a treat. It was only me and my mum eating, so we've got quite a bit left. I didn't realise everybody else had their dinner, so this is what's left. Got some turkey left and some salad, and there's some more pieces of tortilla. That will go down quite nicely tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Tumba la tumba, tumba la tumbadora, tumba, tumba la tumba, tumba la tumbadora. Tony Lao quería que se acabara la fiesta, porque dice que no había mujeres ni que tocaran. Y si no quieren bailar, que se arranquen de la fiesta. Y si no quieren bailar, que se arranquen de la fiesta. Adiós. Tumbadora, tumba, tumbadora, 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 tumbadora. Si no tocan la tumbadora.